All right. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see. Let's see if anybody pops on. Let's see if I have sound. I am using a different microphone today. So let's see if it's working. If somebody could let me know, I'd appreciate it. Otherwise, it's going to be a very silent video. Let's see. Lola's here. Good morning, Lola. And I'm loud and clear. Awesome. Thank you very much for letting me know. As I'm setting things up, and I was hearing this echo. It wasn't in my head, even though my head is very echoey today. But on my phone, for some reason, I couldn't get it to stop echoing. So let's see. Good morning, Yolanda. Thank you so much for letting me know. I appreciate it. All right, guys. Well, today is Tuesday, March 11th, back on Tuesday. And we're going to be having some paper crafting fun, hopefully. Good morning, Mom. Thank you so much for being here. We are going to be making a birthday card today because we all need birthday cards, right? I think so. It's kind of weird. It's delayed when I'm moving my hands and then I see myself do it in the computer. It's very strange today. I'm going to chalk it up to the windy conditions, but we're just going to go with it. So I don't have a whole lot to talk about today in the Stampin' Up! World. There's we're coming to the end of a new the annual catalog. A new catalog will be coming out soon-ish. So what does that mean? Mom, you're putting in your order right now. You're gonna have to remind me. Let's see. You need 2 birthday cards. Okay. Okay. I know who those are for. So back to Step It Up. When this catalog goes away, there's going to be 5 in colors that go away. So if you happen to love these 5 in colors, then my suggestion to you is to order what you love. So what are the 5 in colors that are going away? Well, let's make this bigger so I can show you down here. So Wild Wheat will be going away. Pebbled Path will be going away. Moody Mauve will be going away. Boho Blue, which I do like. I do like this blue. And then Copper Clay, which I'm really loving. I might order some cardstock just to have on hand because I really like this Copper Clay. So, but don't be too sad that those colors are going away because we're going to get 5 more colors. And I've got a sneak peek on 2 of them. And of course, they're great. Why wouldn't they be? So that's, just some information. Stampin' Up! World, right? Okay. So who wants to get paper crafting? All right. So let me show you the card we're going to be making today. We're going to be making this guy right here. And here's the inside. I'll show you like this. So we're going to be using the Everyday Arches. And we're going to be using these 2. And so the Everyday Arches I've used on here a couple of times, I think. But here's a stamp set that you get in the bundle, right? And we've used this where I've used the planes and the paper that goes with the suite. But today, we're going to be using this stamp set that coordinates with it. So it's called Arched Wishes, and it just became available online beginning of March. But look at this cute cupcake. I love it because it's super easy to color. But the arches are the arched sentiments that coordinate with arches, right? Okay, so we have, when I made this card yesterday, and I was like, okay, we're going to do purples. I pulled out this card, and then this morning I couldn't remember if it was Highland Heather or if it was Gorgeous Grape. So I had to pull out a piece of paper, Gorgeous Grape, to figure out which color this actually was. But let's see. Lola said your order for this one just shipped. Yay! For the arches, for the dies, or for the stamp set. Okay, so we have Highland Heather, basic traditional card base, right? Okay, so which is 5.5. I always forget. I don't know why I can't keep this in my head. By 8.5. Lola says you were going to have it all. Ooh, exciting. Okay, so we're going to fold this guy like so. We're going to use that bone folder to get that. We're breaking up those fibers, right? Because we want that card to lay flat. We also have a piece of basic white that is 4 by 5.25. So let's go ahead and put this guy on. I was like, where'd my Stampin' Seal go? I knew I brought it over here because I brought a couple over here just in case. So we're going to add this guy. And then we have this paper that is bokeh, right? Bokeh is like the light reflection kind of design on it. It comes 6 by 6. I cut it already to 3 3/4 by 5. And we're just going to put, and we're going to save this piece right here because we're going to use it for something. So we're going to add this guy, oops, to the front of our card. And just look at how fun that light reflection on the that they've created in this paper, how fun that is. Okay, so now we're going to put that off to the side because we're done with that for a little bit. What we are going to do is do some stamping, and I have some scratch paper or scrap basic white here, and we're going to stamp the cupcake. So we're going to stamp the cupcake in Memento because we're going to pull in blends to do some coloring. Right, I pulled out Highland Heather, dark, or this one is dark fresh freesia. Fresh freesia. This is Highland Heather, so that's what I pulled out. Also, for the frosting of the cupcake, this guy right here is part of the like neutral grouping of blends. There's like 10 different colors that don't have names; they just have numbers. Let's see if the camera. So this is SU 800. It's very like, it looks kind of lemony. So I guess I could have used lemon lolly, but I just pulled this one out. Okay, so let's ink up our cupcake because we're going to stamp, and then we are going to fussy cut. If you don't like fussy cutting, and by fussy cutting I mean we're going to cut out the image. If you don't like fussy cutting, then well, you could. I have done other cards that I'll post later. Let's see. Yolanda said the sound in Facebook is more loud and clear than YouTube channel. Interesting. Wonder why that is. I don't know. Okay, so we're going to color. And I'm going to use my brush tip for this. And we're just going to quickly color the frosting. Doesn't that just look like some yummy? I don't know. It could be vanilla vanilla frosting. It could be lemony frosting. Whatever you guys want it to be, that's what it could be. And then I took the pointy tip and just went over the lines that were already there, just for a little bit of dimension. Like so. And then I'm going to take, let's take this guy, let's take the dark one. Dark Fresh Freesia, and I'm going to do the cupcake liner. And this guy, I'm just going to go back and forth. And then again, I'm going to take the pointy tip side, and I will do the lines. Sometimes I go like on one side and I make it a little bit darker just because like shading. I'm not a pro at that, so if you guys have any tips for shading, let me know. Like that. And then for the what do you call it? The candle, I colored the whole thing. And then what I did is I went back and went over again every other one, just for a little bit of contrast. So you could keep going over this, or you could get another color and go over it, but I thought that was kind of the easy way to do that. Okay. Sorry, guys. There's something going on with my voice. I don't know what. I can't figure it out, but it is what it is. Okay. Well, it's also very, like I said earlier, it's very windy here today, so that's probably not helping. But we're going to cut this guy out like so, where you move the paper, right? And not the scissors so much. Sometimes that's hard to do. To get your fussy cutting done. And then we're going to stamp this guy one more time because I want extra candles. So I've done a few already, so you guys don't have to watch me fussy cut candles through this whole video. But, so there's that. And then we're going to ink it up, and I just want the candle. Right? So I just, let's see, Gail said, when are you leaving for Onstage? I'm excited for you. I'm actually not going to Onstage. So we're all going to be in the, like, looking for all the little bits and pieces of Stamp It Up news. I will be looking just like everybody else. Yeah, I did register, and then I decided against it. So, all right. So there's our candle, and then I actually have a couple more that, like I said, I already cut out. So we're going to cut this out pretty quick. And I'm going to go pretty close to that little black, the wick, because there's a stamp in here that's like for the candle. Okay. So we have 4 extra candles. Okay. You guys see those candles? 4 extra candles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some seal behind the cupcake. Oops. Sometimes. There we go. And I'm just going to place these guys back there. And I left them a little long just because. You're not going to see them. Like so. I'll pick these guys. Like, oops, I want him way over there. Like that. A little too close. Like that. We are going to push this guy a little off to the side because we're going to take our small arch like this. And there's this stamp set, or this stamp, this guy right here, right, which is like the glow from the candle. And we're going to ink it up. And before we attach the cupcake, we're going to eyeball where these little glow guys are going to go, right? So we're going to stamp. I'm going to test first. And I'm going to hold the cupcake. Let's see. There we go. There. And I'm going to like 1, 2, 3. I think one guy's going to be not, it's going to be off the page. Let's see. Yeah, that's good enough. Is it? I don't know. We'll see. Nope. I don't like it. Let's see. Lola said, maybe put a light pencil mark above each candle. Oh, you're so smart, Lola. Okay, let's do that. I do have a pencil right here. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at that. So this leads me. Thank you, Lola, for that. 1, 2. I don't know why I have to count. But there we go. We'll see. Oh, so much better. Thank you, Lola. So I did have, sorry. You guys know how I always like, I don't know if you know, but most of the time I have like a little note board as to what I want to talk about. And today it's kind of blank. So I was like, what do I really want to talk about? And I was listening to this podcast this morning about scrapbooking. And the interviewer asked the interviewee what she liked about scrapbooking. And so I was like, what do I like about paper crafting? And one of the reasons I wrote, I'll tell you the other two, but this kind of ties in right here, is the community. I love the community. So thank you very much for that tip, Lola. I appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to get dimensionals because we're going to pop up this cupcake. And I am going to place some dimensionals like over just the candles, like so. And even if you want, for my sample card, I took little tiny slivers. I don't know if it's going to work on camera. Little tiny slivers, and I put them on the tip of the there it is, on the tip of the candle. So these are super tiny because I don't little strips. Like I've used the, oh, see, there's one right there on my scissors. Let's see. Keep going, and then I'm going to read some comments because I saw a couple pop up. So let's get all this off. Let's see. This guy's too big. You could trim that off too. It's so funny how things that work when you're not on camera and then get a little bit more difficult when you are on camera. Okay, so we're going to put this right here. And really, before I do that, we're going to stamp again because I don't want that cupcake in my way. Okay. Yolanda said, good idea, Lola. Yes, thank you, Lola, for that idea. And then Gail said, the community is so great, and I love being able to finish a project in one sitting. Yes, that's always good. I think that's why a lot of scrapbookers switched to card making, because scrapbooking was getting a little overwhelming. All right, so there's that guy. Now we can add our cupcake to the bottom of the arch. Like so. There we go. Okay, so there is that guy. Let's see, love dimensionals. Thin pieces are definitely a challenge to use. I know, they are. But I really wanted those candles to stay popped up. I don't want them to like get pushed down. Okay, so we're going to attach this guy to the front. Like so. Oh, so let's go back to 3 reasons why I love paper crafting. So we talked about the community. It also makes me feel like an artist, right? Like, why do you like paper crafting? Like I feel like as an artist, like I can't really draw a stick figure, but paper, inks, and stamps make me feel like an artist. So I love that aspect of it. So, okay, here is the front of our card. Now we're going to do the inside. So the inside, I'm going to take this balloon stamp and we're going to stamp it on this extra piece of paper that we have. Let's see. Nicole said, good for my soul. It is good for you, right? I love it. I love it. All right. So we're going to take this balloon stamp and we're just going to stamp. I don't want the whole balloon. I just want like the whole balloon and the string, right? I just want the balloon itself. And we're going to fussy cut that guy out pretty quick here. So we're going to get pretty close to the edge. We're going to cut this guy out. Like so. And then we're going to stamp the inside of the card with the balloon and a greeting. But like I said, I've already cut out the big arch. So we're going to do some stamping. Now this stamp is huge. Like, look at how big this is. I have to use the biggest block that we have to get this stamped on the arch. And fun little note, on my crafty weekend that I went on this last weekend, we did not have this big block. So we used a acrylic plate from the embossing machine and it worked. So if you ever need a really big block and you don't have this guy, try an acrylic plate. Okay, so we're just going to put this guy down like so. There we go. All right, and now we're going to stamp. Let's see, what did I do? Yep, we're going to stamp the balloon in black again. We're going to put this guy down here, like so, in the corner. Okay, now this little cutout piece right here, we're going to put, look at how cute. So it's the Designer Series paper in the balloon. Like so. And then I think we're going to add happy birthday up here. So let's pull this guy out in black. Close that up. Let's get our happy birthday. switch this up. Let's see. Gail says, I thought you were going to. Let's see. Gail said that you've been using your Stamparatus more every day. I agree with that statement. We didn't have the Stamparatus with us. But a stamp pad. This thing is big. Like a stamp pad wouldn't even, like, look at how big the stamp is. Like, and here's a stamp pad. So it wouldn't even fit. I have used this as a stamp block before in a pinch. We get very creative when we want to be crafty. All right. I'm going to put happy birthday right about here. There we go. Now we're going to add this to the inside of our card. Let's see. Yolanda said, beautiful and joyful card. Oh, thank you, Yolanda. I appreciate it. All right. So let's add this guy to the inside. Like so. And that's our birthday card. Oh, it's not. Wait, there's more. We're going to do a little bit of Wake of Stella. So Wake of Stella makes everything glittery. I don't use it very often, but we're going to go with it here. We're going to add it to the frosting because, and I just did it kind of like in circles, like so, because of course, like frosting is glittery, right? And then it just adds a little bit of sparkle, like so. I do have some bling that I thought maybe we could use. This was the free bling from Celebration that would go perfect with this card. You know what I think we might do? We might, I don't know. Let's just throw some up here, like so. There we go. So there is our card for somebody. Oh, the third reason why I like paper crafting is hopefully that it makes people smile, right? So whether I send cards out or I teach, or, you know, like we get together and I teach somebody to make cards and then they send them out. So like it's trickling down, right? Like, so you're smiling or having a good time when you're crafting and creating, and then you send those cards out and that makes somebody's day. So that's, I think, one of the other great reasons as to why I love paper crafting. So let me know why you love paper crafting. So thank you guys. Hopefully you enjoy the card. If you're inspired and you make something similar, I would love to see it. I will be back next Tuesday. And let's see, my mom says that she'll take that one. Okay, it's yours. I'll put your name on it. I hope everybody has a fabulous Tuesday and you get to have a little bit of paper crafting fun today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys. Bye.